moving down to Plymouth or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I ever told you that?
No?
You just... And we are back between two Yetis here on day 2 of Met 2017 with one of the Australian legends in the industry, Sir Errol Cain.
How are you, sir?
Sir Errol Cain is like Michael Caine, isn't he?
Well, yeah, only if the Queen knighted me, but yes.
If they did what?
If the Queen knighted me, you know?
Oh, right. Any chance of that?
Not a lot, not at all, not at all.
So, again, I've known Errol, oh God, over a decade.
Yeah, 12 years, something like that.
And you were part of the Riviera
Correct. Riviera had bought half my
dynasty?
company. Yeah. Riviera bought half our company in the private equity buyout in 2004. They bought it half of us, and we partnered with them for 12 years.
Blimey, and now you've taken that into your own...
We dissolved our partnership and we're back out on our own with Australian Marine Wholesale, which was started 7 years ago in 2011.
Bloody hell. And so you import goods from all over the world into Australia?
Yes, we import product from the US, from Carson in California.
Cheers, by the way.
Blue water, yeah, yes. So we import blue water desalination. We import Lumitech LED lighting from Florida. We import Mizzou satellite communications from Canada. We import Ocean Volt electric propulsion, who won an award at Dames here, from Finland. We import Race Geek from Ireland. We import LCJ Capitua's wind systems from France. So yeah, we have a reasonably wide spread.
I tell you what's interesting, I've been walking the show, I think for the first time in my life, because I've always had a booth here, I've always been tied to it, so you know, you get off for a half hour and you do a quick whip around.
Yes.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And all those companies, you just, apart from Lumitech obviously, and what was the first one?
Blue water.
Blue Water, I've heard of those.
Yes.
Oh, and the other one. Probably I'm lying. I've heard of most.
Right.
But there's so many companies in this industry that I would find it overwhelming coming here for the first time, trying to understand. Okay, if I want to get into boating, how do I get into boating?
Yeah.
So that's leading a question. How did you get into this?
Okay. I'll give you a very short version.
You don't have to.
I grew up in New Zealand. Okay.
You were Kiwi?
I am, by birth.
And living in Australia?
I'm naturalised. I went to Australia in 1985 when I was 20 years old.
Let's just pause the story there for 2 seconds. Why is there such hatred between Kiwis and Australians?
It's just a sporting hatred.
Oh, it's
They love each other.
But it's sport.
It's
okay.
sport. Sporting
right.
hatred. They love each other.
Okay, back to story.
Okay. So I went to Australia at a 20-year-old, having finished my engineering degree. I'm a fitter turner machinist by trade.
Another engineering
Correct.
major. Oh, I've met so many people in the last 2 days who have done apprenticeships in engineering as their main core background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. Moved to Australia. Moved into the marine industry the same year I went to Australia with a charter fleet, Clippers Anchorage, skipper at Clipper at Lacuna Bay, and looked after their charter fleet that did the engineering on 34 charter boats. Moved from there to work for another company fitting generators and doing electrical stuff on Rivieras, the New South Wales Riviera distributor, and did that for a couple of years, and then went out on my own at 25, and I've been in the marine industry doing electronics ever since.
So what was your engineering?
Fitter turner machinist.
For a machinist?
Yeah.
Oh, so you know CNC and...
Yeah, run all lathes and mills and ticketed welder, all that sort of thing.
I was speaking to, Quantum, the stabilizers.
Yes.
Speaking to John Ingle, is it? And he's got an apprenticeship in engineering as well.
Right.
From the very beginning. And my brother and I, we're a little bit disappointed that we never did an apprenticeship. I mean, I know how to work on a lathe and so on, but for God's sake, don't leave me alone with one.
Might lose an arm or a finger or something.
Yeah. I know how to disable the, the protection guards that come down.
Yeah,
I know how
there
to
you
disable the switch, so I can just do it with my... But I know it's... Anyway, there are so many disincentives for men to work with their hands nowadays. It seems like everybody wants to be a YouTube star or want to be a computer or gaming or something like that. To actually get men back to being the jobs of men,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in their 20s and 30s would know how to weld anymore. I live in Miami Beach and nobody knows how to wire a plug. It's basics.
Yeah.
So...
But you know what? That's why the current generation of fastest growing, rich trade professionals, call the new breed of millionaires. There's electricians, there's plumbers, there's builders, handymen, because they charge what they like because you can't get them. There is none.
You can't get them, yeah.
Exactly. So charge a call-out fee, charge an exorbitant hourly rate on 15-minute segments. Try get a washing machine, man.
As you say, it's interesting. The TV shows in the last 10, 20 years have been focused on cops or lawyers or doctors.
Reality TV, pretty much.
Or reality TV, yeah. But then if it was, a hard-hitting show about a guy who worked in a dye and tool shop, or a guy who worked as a lathe engineer, and glorified that, there would be a swing back to young people wanting to do that again.
Maybe. I think there's a little element of that in the US, like I get quite inspired when I watch the creativity of guys like Orange County Chopper, for example. Some of the car restoration shows or the bike shows, the engineering that goes into them. Yeah. I know a lot of people probably follow that from a dodgy old motorbike they picked up on the side of the road to a pristine piece of finished equipment. But how it gets to that is quite interesting. The engineering that goes into it. Yeah. I think there needs to be more of that sort of glorification. It's like my favourite sport is Formula One. Not for the noise, not for the speed, but for the engineering that keeps them on track. The actual physical things that they do to keep the thing glued to the track.
And I haven't followed Formula One for years, but the preciseness of the rules. I know every year everyone's trying to push the boundaries with the wings and the things. The tires are all now standard, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
Are they still filling up? I haven't watched Formula One for 10 years.
Putting lead in.
Putting lead in the fuel and you're only allowed
things,
to.
Yeah. Well, the cars have to be a minimum weight all of the time. So when they finish the race, they've still got to be that minimum weight.
It's interesting how you can relate Formula One to when it comes to athletics. Athletics, there are the rules, but it's all biological and whatnot. Yeah. The car, I know you got the driver, which makes up a big. Lewis Hamilton's just killed it
won
again,
his 4th world championship. Yes.
God. Yeah. Well, I should be absolutely over the moon by that. But
being British, yeah.
Let somebody else have a go.
Yeah. Well, Ferrari almost gave them a go this year. They lost in a couple of races, but I always root for Ferrari. Of course,
I tell you, when I gave up on it, it was Senna.
Really?
Yeah.
When he got killed in '94 at San Marino.
So the epic war between Mansell and him.
Yes.
It was that for me was just my God. And then he died.
Yes.
And Nigel then went to do
IndyCar.
And
Damon Hill and Schumacher took up a bit of rivalry in there. So.
Damon Hill. Bloody hell. Oh, hold on. This is Zach.
G'day, Zach.
Oh, no, we're disconnected.
Oh, he's not connected yet. Oi.
Hey there, Zach.
Hey. Cheers.
We're filming an episode of Between Two Eddies. We're on Formula One at the moment. This is a three-way between two. We've never done a three-way before, Zach.
Okay, yeah.
Have you got a question for Errol?
How is Riviera, Errol?
Well, Zach, I haven't been with Riviera for almost 2 years now.
Oh, well then that's the question. What are you doing?
But they are doing very well. They're back up to building about 90 boats a year, big boats, 70 pluses, and they're doing okay.
All right, bye.
Zach.
Bye. We want to get in touch with you.
I've had the same phone number for 28 years.
Really?
Yep. Even though I've changed a few companies. Our website, australianmarinewholesale.com.au. It's actually amwholesale.com.au.
I want to see if actually I've still got your number.
Email, you'll have it.
28 years?
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
Never changed it. I take 80 to 100 phone calls a day back home.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're old school? No email, email, but mainly...
Email, yeah. Oh, phone, a lot of our stuff's for advice when people are on boats. They'll ring up, how do I do this, how do I do that? So it's sort of an information service as well.
Cool. Well, there was, when we first, I think one of the first times we met you, your wife was with you, I think it was at Mets.
Yep.
And, we were a young fledgling company and you were Riviera. And, and she pulled my mum to one side and said, I'm the boss here.
Well, she still is. She controls his purse strings. She's got the finance,
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, it's very nice to see you again, sir.
Yeah, you too.
Enjoy Mets.
Thank you very much.